Hey guys, welcome back to Amanda's Favorites, where I have new videos every Tuesday. I also get to share an extra monthly video that's very personal or a Zoom call with my patrons. We rotate every other month there on those. If you would like to check out supporting me over there, that link is always down in the description. Today's video is one of my favorites of the month when I get to fit it in because it is one of a personal nature. So if you're new here, I do a lot of planner reviews and those are a lot more professionally done. This is my personal planning video for the month with setting up my planner perfect, and we'll talk more about that as we get into it. So this video is going to be much less edited and much more chatty and personal. If you're new here, thanks for joining me. I hope you will stick around long enough to know if this channel can serve you in any way, and I hope that you want to join the community here. I do a lot of planner reviews because I just really want to help you find the planner that's the right one for you in this season without wasting a lot of money on trying out so many planners. My playlists are divided up to try to help you find what you're looking for. I have them divided out by company in one of my playlists. I have them divided out like by planner type in another set of playlists. So I've really worked hard on my playlist to try to make everything as easy for you to find as possible. Also, you can also just search the name of a planner on my channel search bar and it should come up. I have a whole Planner Perfect playlist with all my Planner Perfect setups on the months that I've been able to share it here on YouTube. So if you want to see how I've used it in the past, I didn't start doing my setup videos until probably the last year. So there's probably a whole year of Planner Perfect that was only shared mainly in IGTVs over on Instagram. But then I started fitting in my setup videos here when I can. They're truly one of my favorite videos to put up because it's me talking about my personal planning. We're going to look at what I've done in September so far, even though we're not done with September. Today, as I'm filming this, is September 21st, I believe. Let's just jump into this. My new Marigold A5 leather came from Planner Perfect, and I love it. I love the color. It's exactly what I envisioned. I really like the color. It's hard to tell because the photographs on her website, with lighting, are not exactly what the planners are true in life. And I'm sure even this video is not showing. It's not showing exactly true in life. It's a yellow with a lot of brown in it. It's the perfect fall color. It's kind of a mustard color, but not as bright as mustard, like real mustard in real life. It is a softer leather, but that's why it's doubled over inside, and it will show scratches. And it's soft. It's beautiful. I love it. It's my only A5. So I have a whole leathers video. I think I have 5 or 6 leathers in the wide size. I used to receive the wide books. This is only my October, I think will be the 3rd month, yes, that I have received the A5 books because I started in August. And when she came out with the new A5 size, I just really wanted to try the books. They're only a little bit wider than a wide, and they are the same height as a wide. I just grabbed a wide book so that I can show you. So they are the same height as her wide size books. They are like 1 inch wider than a wide. I should have that memorized by now. That's not a huge amount of room, but 1 inch on each side of the page, that's 2 full inches. And that basically takes up the room for putting your washi down. So I like the extra room because I tend to like big and I want extra room. Although the wide, a lot of stuff about the wide will always have my heart because it is like, it feels really good in hand, the size of it. And if you're carrying it out of the house a lot, I feel like the wide is a really good size to carry. So all my other past videos will be in a wide up here until August when I started receiving the A5. And all my other leathers are in a wide. I will pop that leathers video where I compare all the colors I have and the feel of them down here in the description for if you'd like to check that out. I also have a Planner 101 video, Planner Perfect 101, if you are new and you just want to find out about what her shop offers, and that'll be linked down there too. And I also have a video that shows all her inside page options like dot grid, graph grid, lined, and just different options like a Christmas planner. You can put in a menu planner, and that video I will link down in the description too. So with Planner Perfect, you can get a full sub box. You can get different variations of her sub boxes, or you can pick out your own artwork. You can customize what it says on there. So she has all her past artwork on the site. Her sub boxes are her new artwork, and then it is added to the site. And then you can pick from all her artwork, customize it, put the month, your name, whatever you want, make a journal or a plan book or whatever inside you want it to be. And so that is really fun that her site offers that much customization. But this was the September box. I don't think I did a September video here because it just wouldn't fit. So we'll kind of go through what I'm using this for, and then we will set up October. I'm also going to share with you, because I've had so many questions, does a Hobonichi Cousin fit in the A5? Yes, it does. It does fit in the A5. You know what? I'm just going to show you that before I forget. I know this is kind of totally off topic of this video. Well, maybe not, because it's about an A5 leather, but does a Hobonichi Cousin fit? It does. And this one's pretty, half of it's puffed up from having a lot of stuff in it when I used it. I do have a whole Hobonichi playlist if you want to see when I've dabbled in Hobonichis before. I've also used the Weeks and the A6 Techo, so I've used them all. But the Cousin fits perfectly in here. Really, if you just want to fit the Cousin, it works out and fits perfectly. So that is an option. Definitely an option. It also fits in the ERIN CONDREN Petite Planner Folio. But I mean, if you really want a nice leather, I love the Planner Perfect. I go into all this in her leather video, but I love the dedicated spine in the Planner Perfect, which I have not seen in a TM before. I love that being in there. I love her pockets. She offers some other different pocket options. This is the Everyday Organized, and it comes with a tablet of paper and a place to slip it in back here. And she sells refills for, it's not much at all, like $6 for a new tablet. So that's nice to have just something to scribble notes down on if you're carrying it around. I don't really need it in my house because I always have paper. But I will show this to you in here. And of course, this book is just thicker. It's real leather. It smells amazing, you guys. The pockets function perfectly for sticking in her stickers and tip-in cards. So whether you just want to store some tip-in cards in there with like scriptures written on them or motivation for the month, or if you like to decorate throughout the month, which you guys know I do it all at once here, but your stickers fit perfectly in there. She also has an out and about with all the credit card pockets, which if you're not using for credit cards, fit your tip-in cards perfectly just for decoration and for fun, and you could have things written on the back of them. So I have both of those kinds in my leathers video if you want to check it out. Let me show you it. The ERIN CONDREN one has no structure, no pockets. Of course, it's like $20, you guys. So it's not an investment. It's a way for you to just try a cover out. The Hobonichi does fit. It tends to want to fall out a little bit more, but it fits barely. Barely. This is a little bit smaller, so it almost doesn't cover it up and down. But it does fit. You could pop a pin holder on there. Up and down, it's almost to the very edge there, and it falls one way or the other. These straps come with 4 straps in her book, and it's so well done, you guys. But that's all in my leathers video. So the ERIN CONDREN is just a $20, vegan leather book, and the feel of it is completely different, but for the price, it's great. That is another option there for you guys. Also, if you're not ready to invest in a leather or you just can't afford it at the time, I totally understand. And the ERIN CONDREN is a great option to carry your A5 books around. So here, we'll pop an A5 book in here because people are going to want to see this. We'll show you. The ERIN CONDREN straps, you used to be able to tighten, but now you can't because they have this on here. So you just kind of have to pull one. Yeah, if you pull one, it does tighten another one. So you can kind of mess with that to tighten the straps. But whereas Planner Perfect works perfectly if you only put 2 books in here, the straps still hold it in well. The ERIN CONDREN one seems like you need to have 3 or 4 books in here, or your straps, some of them tend to be too loose. But you can definitely use this for your A5 size books or your wide. Your wide just won't come all the way out in the A5 size of ERIN CONDREN here. It's the same height and it totally works. So if you just need a cheap folio to try out the system, this is a great one. And I will put my ERIN CONDREN affiliate link and $10 off your first purchase ERIN CONDREN link down in the description. Okay, Planner Perfect, I have 20% off, but it is a one-time use only. So you can use it on a sub box, but you might want to save it to when you load up your cart because it's 20% off one-time use only. But it excludes leather. And my code is Amanda20. That will be down in the description. Obviously, I only have one A5 leather, and I think this looks great for September, October, November. I'm not sure how it's going to look with the Christmas books, but we'll see when that happens. I don't know that I'm ready to invest in a lot of A5 leathers since I'm not like positive if I'm staying in A5. And I already have a lot of wide leathers. So who knows, down the line, I might buy like one other A5 leather. But for right now, this is the only one I have, and I am totally fine with that. So let's go through what I used September for and decorate. So I have been writing this at the front of my books for, I don't know, the past couple months. It just reminds me, what are those important things every day? Because sometimes I can get so busy. I know we all do. We just don't even think about those important things. I mean, I do walk a lot. I do yoga almost every day, but to remind myself to drink water, Redmond Relight, I love to add that to my water when I'm feeling like I need it. Rest, read, relax, okay? Those are like, I really want to fit that into every single day. It does not always happen, but I really want to in my ideal life. To get sunshine, which I don't always want to go outside in Texas in the summer. Like, I don't even want to spend time out there sometimes in the morning. We don't have a nice covered porch or anything to sit under. It just doesn't really invite me to be out there, especially in the heat and with mosquitoes. The only reason I don't get bitten on my walks is because you're moving. I don't know if you know that. If you live near mosquitoes, you do. Because the air moving, like if you put a fan near you outside too, it generally keeps mosquitoes away because they can't like get to you with moving air or find you or smell you out or something. So I never get bitten on my walks, never. But if I stop walking to do yard work, pull weeds or talk to someone, I start getting bitten up right away. So just standing outside or sitting, it's not good for me. That was a long way of saying I don't spend enough time out in the sun in the summer, even though we get so much sun here. Too much sun, you guys. I spend way more time outside in the winter. Let's move on. So some months I fill this out. Some months I don't. This month I did. I just wrote main events and anything I want to remember. Just, it's a look back on. I kind of wrote some things that were happening each week, and I like to write like good wins out as they happen, just so I can look back and feel good about them. And I was kind of summarizing each week, which I think we just left that week. So I have not summarized that week yet. And then because I'm not using this so much for my goals, but I always find a use for these pages because my goals have kind of been in my golden coil this year. Although in past years, I have used this for my monthly goals. My weeks, I don't always fill out in here, but obviously I did here. Lately, I just like to write like the events of the day. And I also have been liking to write like my wins of the day. You know what, guys? That really makes you feel good at the end of the day. If it's been a hard day and you really feel like what happened and you start writing out everything that you think was a win from the day, it really is a boost. It makes you feel good. And it makes you realize that you're doing a lot better than you think you are. As I've mentioned in my Instagram videos and probably in my last YouTube setup video here, I have been using this 333 and I write it in the morning right when I wake up. And I've been doing that for at least 3-4 months now. And I've really liked it. So I'm just keeping it up until I don't like it. I've used my Planner Perfects for so many different ways in the past. I've been receiving them over 2 years now. But right now, this is what's serving me the best and I really like it. So I am decorating for the whole month at once now still, like I always have been, and I'm actually pre-dating. Sometimes I was pre-dating, sometimes I wasn't. For this, I like to pre-date because I do use 2 pages every day, and then you get 1 page for Saturday and Sunday. I'm writing 3 things I'm grateful for in full sentences and something from the last 24 hours. So it's really specific to that day, to the last 24 hours. When I wake up in the morning, that is when I do it. And then I write 3 things that would make today great. And then 3 affirmations. My affirmations, I wouldn't say I'm the best at. I tend to write the same ones over and over, but I feel like they're the ones I need. And I need to hear over and over and have ingrained in me. So that is what I do. So that is what I've been doing every day. Sometimes on the weekends, let's see, kind of the night before, I start writing out of what do I want to get done tomorrow. So sometimes my page gets taken over with that just because this is in my bedroom because it's the first thing I do when I wake up in the morning. So sometimes I check in with it at night and have used it for kind of like a pre-scripting, thinking about the next day. But in general, I have been using it and I love to write my sunrise and sunset times. I've been using it for those 3, 3, and 3. And my vitamin D checkoff is just because I have my vitamin D drops right next to this in the morning. And you need to take those early in the day because they can disrupt sleep. And you also want to make sure that you don't double over. And some mornings I would be like, did I take them while I was there or did I not take them? And so I just check it off every morning now. And that lets me know I took it and I don't have to question in my mind. That is how I've been using. Mainly, I use the Planner Perfect tape to decorate my journals, and I'll pull from her past tapes from the past years, and that's fun to have. But sometimes I pull in, I have a lot of tapes from the washitapeshop.com also, and I have a 10% off code always to there, and I've actually included them in some of these Planner Perfect videos with hauls, and also some hauls from the washitapeshop.com on Instagram. I've shared just a recent one in a reel. But if you go check them out, you can always get 10% off. And my affiliate link is down there to link through with code Amanda10. And you can use that over and over to the washitapeshop.com. Here is just a look at this month and how it's looking. And right now, I just thought it was fun to use because I don't use colored pens a lot in other places in my planning. But I had these ERIN CONDREN, I don't know what they're called, the extra fine tip. I believe they're 0.4. You'll have to check their website. I hadn't really used these anywhere. I started using it in here and I really like it. Not only do I love like a color that goes with the month, but it flows really well on the Planner Perfect paper. So I've liked this. I might continue with these, picking a different color for every month. And this, I always use the ERIN CONDREN dual tip markers and usually the thick end to label those dates up there. I just like them and the colors, and so it works well. It flows well. I love having my pages set up. And then we're to the end, and this is where the week goes into the next, into October. So she always doubles over. I like that. So you can choose to stay in this one for the month if your week is split, or choose to go into the next one. I always choose to jump into the next one. And I always put my washi tapes for the month back here, because I just like to remember what came in that box since I mix in other washies. And I just put big things that happen that month as they're happening. Because if I wait till the end of the month, I cannot remember what goes in here. I mean, I can go back and look at my calendar for the month and then I can pull things. But I really try to write as they're happening because that's what I prefer. And so I love the apples for September. This cover is definitely one of my faves. I love apples in September. Remember a couple years ago, she did an apple wreath in September. And that is like one of my all-time favorite covers because I love wreaths and I love apples in September. So that combination was just for me. Now, I don't want to make this video too long, so I probably will do, and you guys know I've shared this before if you've been here. I don't fill up a journal a month. So I save mine and I love having them to pull out whenever I want them. I've also given them as gifts, which I love having them on hand for that. But I just love them to have them to pull out and pick whichever one I want to use for whatever purpose. I've used them for all different things. For sticker books, for sticking like washi tape in, also just writing down my own personal feelings and journaling. So whenever I fill one up, I just get a new one out, or whenever I have a new use, like that wide one I shared with you. Let's see. This was all my notes on sourdough when I was learning sourdough. So they were just all in one place. So it's just nice to have the extra journals. So even if you're thinking, oh, I don't need a journal a month, the box is really the best bargain when you add in the journal and plan book if you look at the price, because the box price also comes with free shipping. Even if you just think you'll use them up in the future, you always get her new artwork for that month, and I think it's really fun to receive both. That's just my thoughts on it. So I just save them in a container store container in my closet, all the empty ones, and then I can just go look through and grab from there. It's like going to the store, and it's really fun. But I do use my plan book in full every single month. I love those little pumpkins. I love the scarecrow. It reminds me of when my boys were little. It just makes me think of that. I think Jenny said this came off of a big scarecrow that she painted for her kids to like pin the nose, pin the parts on the scarecrow. I'm pretty sure she said that. And I just love that image and thinking of that. He's a really good scarecrow. So let's look at the tip-ins for this month, and then I will decorate, and then I will show you how it looks at the end. So you get 2 of each card. Mine are kind of mixed up here, but you get 2 of each. So we have the truck, the red truck, the Hello Fall. I love that simple pumpkin. Love the scarecrow. I don't know where my other one went, somewhere in there. I love this tree. I have that on a journal that I bought from her because it's one of her old ones, and the pumpkin's by it, and she wrote "Change is beautiful." That tree one is one of my favorites. Pumpkin spice season. There was my second scarecrow. Fall breeze and pumpkins, please. So you get 12 tip-in cards total. If you don't know, the tip-ins are actually to tip in your planner. So they can actually just be stuck in a page and they will kind of stay in. So hence the tip-in. Lots of people tape them in with washi tape, and you can write scripture on there, or motivation, or a gratitude, or you can write like a change in plans if you had already scripted your whole day. And if you're going, Amanda, what is scripting? I have videos on it. I explained it in my Planner Perfect 101 video, and I actually did use scripting for quite a bit of time, scripting out your day ahead of time. But Jenny Penton is the queen of that. She explains it so well in all her YouTube videos. She has so many videos on scripting because it really is her system that goes with her traveler's notebooks that she preaches about. So check out the Planner Perfect YouTube and her playlist on scripting if you want to know really why she developed these daily planning journals. And what she does in them is scripting. So I love these to just, you can stick them in a card to a friend. You can also write something on the back or leave it blank so that they could still use it for a good long while. And I loved when I did this, I was just writing memories for the month, like just good family times and things on the back of these. And I have a huge stack with memories, and then it goes along with the pictures from the month. But I stopped that after maybe just, I don't know, 4 or 5 months. You know how you grow weary of things sometimes. That would actually be a really fun thing to start back again. And I think that's my favorite thing I've ever done with the tip-in cards. And I definitely might have to start that back again sometime. Really quick before I get into decorating my book, and then I'll show you what it looks like all decorated. But London Gifties is a washi tape shop that let me pick out some tapes. I am so impressed with them, you guys. I reached out to her because her tapes just look so unique and beautiful. And I don't know if I'm going to use them in my Planner Perfect or more like my own personal journaling, or maybe just decorate up a whole Planner Perfect journal with her tapes, and then it will be open for my own personal journaling. I kind of think that's what I might do, because I kind of like to stay in the theme of the month with the Planner Perfect tapes, but then I think for like my own personal journaling, it would be really fun to pre-decorate, especially one with, I picked out a lot of winter tapes. So let me show you this. These are all from London Gifties, and my friend Taylor on Instagram, she's Tailored Plan here on YouTube. I will link her. First of all, the funny thing is the very week or maybe the week after I picked out some tapes at London Gifties for her to send to me, Taylor, not even knowing that, had sent me some washi tape samples from London Gifties because she loves them so much. And so these are some of the samples she sent me. See, I wrote that there. Washi tapes go so well in Hobonichi's or Stalogy paper. So these are all from London Gifties. These beautiful foilings, they stand up, you guys, like they're embossed. I'm sure I'm not using the right names. Now, this is from the washitapeshop.com once again. This is the washitapeshop.com too. So definitely check them out. They're US shipping, and I have my 10% off code Amanda10. But London Gifties is all the way in the UK. But you guys, it's worth it to make a special order if you love washi tape. And what she will do for you is she will hold your washi tapes. You put a note in your thing because she has weekly releases and people don't want to miss sellouts, but you can hold your cart so that you can get like as many weekly releases as you want, fill up your order as much as you want before you go ahead and place the order, but you're holding the tapes that you want so they don't sell out. And I think that is a great service that she offers. She's like a one-woman show with only one helper for her shop right now. And I think she's just going to explode so big. She's going to have to get some help. Christine is her name. And she is over there in the UK. And yes, you do have to pay for shipping from the UK. And no, I don't have a discount code. Like I said, if you're a washi tape lover, I think it's worth it. Here are like a lot of winter ones I picked out. And look at those with the beautiful gold foiling. That's called Cozy Winter Cups. Festive Bells. Here, I'll tell you the names of these. Coziest Winter is that page. And this is Cozy Winter Cups, Festive Bells. This is Home in the Mountains. And then we have my hair. Sorry about that, you guys. I really wasn't even planning on sharing this today, but then I really wanted to. Evergreen Forest is that one. You can't go wrong with any of hers. You cannot go wrong. So many of hers have foiling on them, and they're just beautiful. So many of hers are stickers. Also, she has a lot of stickers. And then this is sticker tape, where you remove, the whole backing. And so it's sticker tape, which is a little bit different than washi tape. I have not even opened them all yet, you guys, because I really want to take time to savor it and have fun when I open them all. And I'm going to swatch them all in my Stalogy B6, but I have not had time. So this is her, look at that, the Cozy Cups one. Just her shop is like a treasure trove. If you are a washi person, if you have a Stalogy or a Hobonichi, or if you love to journal. I don't know what it is about Stalogies or Hobonichi paper, but it lends itself to washi so well. The washi feels good on it and just looks good on it. And I think for like personal journaling, just the feel of her tapes goes so well with it. Like getting out all your feelings and just writing about the good and the hard. These are just a few of her tapes that I picked up. I will definitely be sharing all my swatches on Instagram when I finish swatching them all. And this is not even all of them. There's a lot more on the ground. But I just wanted to share this shop with you while we were on the subject of washi tape. So like I mentioned, some months I use just the washi tape that comes in here. And some months I dig through my washi tape drawers. And I use, other months of Planner Perfect washi tape that came too. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do this time, but I will tape while I talk for a little bit. And then I'm going to stop the camera because I think I'm going to run out of battery if I taped myself decorating the whole thing. And then I will decorate the whole thing, and probably also because I'm not going to finish it today. It's hard to sit here under the camera and with my microphone here in front of me when, sometimes I just want to decorate and like watch TV and be relaxed. So that's what I'm going to do, but I'm going to kind of start off. Like, I like to do washi tape on each page. It just, it comes with a box, and what it does is it just adds joy to the month. So I like it. As I go and decorate for the month, I think about like what that month is going to hold, what our family has going on that month, what I personally have going on that month, what my channel has going on that month, like anything that's going to come, into my life as a variable that month. I think about it as I'm going here decorating. Even if I'm watching a TV show at the time, I really am still thinking about the month. And if I think of things, I sometimes make notes on the monthly layout or the goals pages, just things I want to remember or keep in mind. And I just really love these books as like feeling like a book per month. You have a fresh start every month. You can use it for planning. It could definitely be your daily planner. I have used it for my daily planner before. I have that in some of my YouTube videos where your 2-page spread is your daily planning. But since my daily planning gets really crazy and really messy, I just decided for this point in my life, I just really love writing my 333. It starts off my day good, and I like having it in a beautiful book. I like writing my wins on these weekly layouts. It's something good to look back on. So if you look at the blank page, that scares some people. I know, I've heard from people. So her sub boxes only come with the blank pages. If you absolutely cannot deal with a blank page, which I've never been scared of a blank page, but some people they really want lines. She sells dot grid, lined, and graph grid, where you can get your in-between pages here or just a whole journal of those pages, all those options. But you just can't get them in the sub box. So you would have to pick out your own covers. And some people do that. They pick out their own covers for like a couple months ahead, and they pick the inside pages that they prefer. And then it's fine. You're never getting just her current new artwork, which comes out every month, but all that artwork ends up going up on the site soon after the box releases, like later that month. So you can't get it for that month, but you can get it, the next season, and you can pick this season from all her previous artwork. I think that's really fun because you can pick exactly what you love. You can label your book exactly what you love. You can pick the inside pages you love. And some people make a journal last for their scripting or their journaling or their daily gratitudes for much more than a month, like 2 months, 3 months. So you definitely have that option of picking out your own books. Her sub boxes are just fun because they come to you as a surprise. You don't know what her artwork's going to be that month, and it just shows up. You don't have to think about ordering it. You don't have to plan ahead. You also don't pay for shipping, and you just get all her new artwork and stickers and washi tape and tip-ins. To me, it's just a really fun treat. If planning or journaling is a hobby for you, it's just one of those fun treats. People have said, well, that's pretty expensive. The wide size full box for all this is, I believe, $55 a month, but that covers shipping too. But when you think about it, I mean, a gym membership is that much. And many of us spend that much on eating out in sometimes even one meal, for a couple. People spend their discretionary income on purses, on nail polish, on running shoes. Whatever you feel brings you joy and that you enjoy, that is what we spend our discretionary income on. That's what I always say to people when they say, is it worth it? And I'm like, well, is it worth it to you? Because see, if you told me, I should spend my discretionary income on a designer bag, that would not be worth it to me because that's not what brings me joy and what I enjoy. So we all have the different things that we enjoy, what brings us joy, what makes our life feel more rich and enjoyable. And that is what we should spend, our what I call discretionary income on. And most of us who are buying planners have discretionary income because if you didn't, then you wouldn't be buying planners. And there definitely was a time in my life. We got married very young. I was still in college. My husband had just served a mission for our church and had not even started college yet. He went to work as an electrician while I finished college. And then I taught school and supported him through college. And he went through, I told him he only had 3 years since he didn't have to work while he went. So then he finished college in 3 years while I was teaching school. I taught kindergarten. And then I got pregnant with our first son, Pierce. And then I have been blessed and planned my life to be able to stay home with my boys. And that has been a huge blessing, but has also made us be very, very frugal at times. There were definitely many, many years that $55 was definitely not a discretionary expense that I had each month. So those people who come at me and say, well, I don't have that. And I say, I completely understand. We are all at different stages in our lives. We just need to be grateful where we are. And we all know what's important to us. We know what our budget is. We know where we want to spend our money or save it. And so you have to decide. Now, my planner box is sent to me now from Planner Perfect. But in the beginning, I subscribed to the box and I paid for it. And I have always written down in the video description, since I have received the box, that, it is given to me. So that's always noted in the video description when that is the case. All right, now that I've done a week, I'm gonna go ahead and just show you like how I label one day, although I cannot write when I'm on camera. So we're gonna start on October 26th. And from the color of the tape, basically I just look at the color of the tape. So I look at my color of the tape and then I decide what color of marker I want to use. And I kind of just pull out all my ERIN CONDREN dual tips at the time when I'm decorating. And a lot of times I do like a second. I don't know why, but I've done these lines a lot. And then in general, because I like a lot of writing room, I use a sticker per page. So I pull out one of each page of my stickers so I can use them evenly. And I just kind of look at what goes with the stickers and what I want to stick on that page. Basically, it's just random and it's up to me. And I'm not a perfectionist, so I don't give it a whole lot of time or thought, but I just decide where I want it and what I want there, and then I stick it down. Oh, her artwork on that sticker, look at it, you guys. It is stunning. I love that pumpkin. That is what I do. I'm probably going to go pull out some of my other fall tapes, and I'm going to sit down later and I'm going to decorate the whole book. And then I will come back here and I will flip through to wrap up the video and show you. But what I'll do is, I'll write in each day. I'll put a sticker per day. And then my book will end up being like this and completely ready for me for the whole month. I know this doesn't work for some people, but decorating weekly doesn't work for me. I won't make time to go in and decorate anything weekly. I love to sit down and do this all for the whole month. Because once again, it's kind of a time I think about the month. And then it's also all done, and it's kind of like a gift to me for the month. Every morning I wake up and I get to see a cute page. I love these apples. That was from her September box, or maybe it was a past September box. What came in this box? Let's see. That's why I stick them here. No, it wasn't this one, but it was one of her past September boxes. Apples can come in every September box for me, and I'll be happy. Some rendition of apples. Anyway, but this is what I do before I leave my bedroom. So this is number one after I get dressed in the morning and use the restroom. And I love that it's just decorated and it's there for me to welcome the day. And it really just gives me a good mindset to start my day. If you are starting your day with saying, what 3 things am I grateful for? And not just like, oh, my bed, like I'm really thinking, like I said, in the last 24 hours, what am I grateful for, and writing full sentences about it. And then 3 things to make today great and 3 affirmations. It's just been a game changer for starting my morning. The very first thing I do, starting me off. I think it also sets me on the right intention to go straight into my scriptures or yoga. It sets me on the right course because it already puts my mind towards the positive. I got this idea from a Laura Try YouTube video. I already said that in my last YouTube that I shared this, but I will link her again. She gave a morning routines video and she said she got it from someone, and I can't remember who. I'm going to go decorate. This has been a very long chatty video, and I will be back to show you how my October book looks, and we'll flip through it. All right, I am back with my fully decorated book, you guys, and we will do a quick flip through. I did end up pulling out a lot of other Planner Perfect tapes from other September, October, November boxes, but I did save some specifically for November, like they could go for either month, you know what I mean? October, November, a lot of them could. And so I saved some out that just seemed a little more November for me so that I wasn't using the same tapes each month. I don't know why. It doesn't really matter, but that's just what my mind does. I do still have a lot of fall tapes that I'm going to be using in November that aren't here, but these are all from past Planner Perfect boxes. And this is my very favorite October tape ever. I have a favorite November tape too, which I will show you when we get to November. But this is my very favorite October tape ever. I kind of wish she would remanufacture some of like the best tapes to just buy the tape, because I'm trying to find a page it's on. Well, we'll see it when we flip through. When it is laid down, it is the most beautiful tape, her artwork on here. Now, I do love the scarecrow. I do love how she put that on one too. That's probably my second favorite out of all of these that I used in October, and probably my third favorite is the fall tree. So once again, if you're new, this is all of Jenny Penton's artwork put on these tapes. Of course, I mean, I think she just chooses a plaid and she doesn't actually make that. And I actually like when she puts a color just in there, a just solid color, because it's nice when you double up the tape. And this was a really nice orange. It was just a perfect orange color for the fall with, you know, a little bit of rust in it. Not too bright orange, but I'm getting down to the bare bottom of that tape because I use it so much in September, October, November. So do wish I had another one of those. But let's do a flip through. I probably will write all my, health reminders up here. I just haven't. And I did share how I use the ERIN CONDREN dual tip markers. Is usually what I write my dates really big with. But this month, for the first time ever, like I don't think I've ever pulled these out. I forgot I had these. I will link them in my Amazon store, and I'll put the link down here too separately. And these are Staedtler markers, and they actually come in just a big pack of really amazing colors. And the tip is just a really nice tip. It's similar to the ERIN CONDREN dual tip, but not exactly the same. And so I pulled those out just to be different this month. And it was really fun to have those to work with. So kind of different colors than I worked with the ERIN CONDREN dual tips. These are all the colors I used in this month. They have a lot of browns and the olive greens and that mustard color I really liked. So there are great colors in the ERIN CONDREN dual tips too for fall, because that is what I've always used in the past. But I just have not used these markers in so long. I forgot that I had them. I've had them at least 3 years probably, but they have not lost ink, you guys. I think I got him originally for my son to homeschool, like when he was like 11. So that's why it was like 3 years ago. And he maybe used them a little bit, but not a whole lot. And then I found them and remember I had them. This is also one of my favorite pen cases. I actually have it in 2 of their colorways. It is in my Amazon store listed under Planner Favorites. And I will try to put a separate link down there too. It has this little pocket. It has these little pen things. I use the other colorway I have in my morning basket, which has now actually become my ERIN CONDREN caddy. But it used to be a basket where I have like my scripture study and my morning reading and all that. And I shared that in a reel before. And some of you guys asked me where that case was from. It was the navy colorway. And I've had this off Amazon for several years too. And it just, the function of it, the feel of it, the look of it, out of all the pen cases I have, these are some of my very favorites. So they're going to be linked in my Amazon store and really cheap off Amazon. So that is all of what I've used. I usually do put some washi, whether there's room at the beginning or the end of the month. So that is the October box, and we will stick it in here. Oh, with Marigold. Marigold was made for September, October, November, right? I really feel like it. And I feel like she could be good for lots of other months too, like summer months. So there we go. Now, before we leave, I just wanted to mention this, and I know this is off topic of Planner Perfect. If blank journaling is not your thing, if you don't know about the JMB Living guided journal, it is a seasonal guided journal that is really all about intentional and slow living. It has 80-pound paper. It is made and printed in the USA. It is run by Julie, who is a former yoga teacher. I believe she's also a former CPA. She's lived a lot of different lifetimes, and she has come around to this, her true passion. It's like a life coach, a magazine, a daily planner, a daily journal, a guided journal for intentional living, all in one small book. And I'm not going to go into telling you about it in this video. I have a whole IGTV walking you through her newest fall one, but this video made me think of it, that if you are looking for an intentional fall journal and you want something guided, and you also want something with maybe motivation or inspiration in it, you want something seasonal, this might be what you're looking for. Do you hear that paper? It is so thick. It has a little tooth to it. It's really nice to write on. All right, guys, thank you for being with me and spending your time with me. Your time is so valuable. I am grateful that my content is enjoyable enough that you want to spend some of it here with me. Have a good week and take care of yourself so you can take care of others. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.